Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Tyshan Knight. I'm a public figure, the owner of Fade Master Barbershop, and I'm doing the Shea Moisture virtual series with you guys to talk about men's hair care. So when it comes to prepping your hair, you're gonna wanna pick the right product. Now, if your hair is super curly and very dense, you're gonna wanna pick something like a deep conditioner. Now, the beauty of this and what this does is it's all natural ingredients, so you could actually go crazy and use a lot and it won't damage your hair. And another thing you want to think about is also your skin. So your scalp conditioning, that's a lot of things that people don't think about, especially us men. We don't think about our scalp. Is it dry? Is it moisturized? You're gonna want to use something like a deep conditioner to help with that, all right? Now, after your hair is already prepped and it's deep conditioned, it's gonna be soft, loose and ready to go. Give it a haircut, or you could style it however you want. And then after that, you're gonna wanna use a pomade just to give it that extra shine. All right, fellas, so when it comes to prepping your hair and shampooing your hair, I would recommend two different products in it. We have the refreshing shampoo and also the moisturizing shampoo. You don't have to use the same shampoo every single time you wash your hair. Again, these are all natural ingredients, so you're not gonna do damage and it's gonna help your scalp. Now, if you have a day where you're maybe working, doing construction, I would recommend the moisturizing shampoo. And if you had a light day and it wasn't too crazy, I would recommend the refreshing shampoo. Mix it in, see what works for you, but I would recommend using this and taking your hair care very serious. Now, if you wanna explore and find out about our other Shea products, go to findyourshay.ca. So there's this common misconception that you don't have to take care of your hair. Well, that's not true. Today, me and Sam, we're coming to show you what the power of a haircut can do, and I'll be demonstrating a ball fade. So you guys stay tuned and watch this magic. Now there's many different types of ball fades. You could do a low ball fade, and that's just where the fade starts here. You could do a medium ball fade where it's around here, and a high ball fade where you start the bald line up here. Everyone has a different look. You can see Sam's face right here. The higher the fade is, the lighter and lighter this line goes. So the low dark ball fade will keep this looking darker. And that's what we're gonna go with today. The more you maintain your hair, it's gonna look better. Your scalp won't be as dry. And you can see Sam's hair is moistured, it's good. And that's why you use the products. So once again, this is gonna be a low ball fade. It kind of drops a little bit towards the back. And I'm gonna blend it out in a sec and you'll see it. So when I fade, I kind of like to take the line out. If you notice, I don't like to go too high with it. I kind of take the line out, create a hard line, blend it in, and then I start on the next line up. All right, and just like that, that bald line is gone. Now it's time to blend in the top. Sam, tell the people. So how do you feel when you get your haircut? Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel beautiful, you know? Makes me feel gorgeous, you know? But it's good. It's good for your confidence, you know, to get it every week as well. Especially if your barber is as good as Tyshan, you know? Makes life easier.
I'm almost done fading out this line. It's coming together, as you can see. Everything's starting to fall into place. And now I'm still just blending out the line. If you're wondering what's going on, I'm just using the half guard, and I'm just blending out in between. Also, fellas, there's nothing wrong with going the extra mile and putting products in your hair. It's only gonna help your hair, the strength of your hair. It's gonna help it from breaking, from being dry, and it's gonna look better. All right, so now you can see the bottom's faded, the middle is kind of blended in now, and last we're gonna work on the top and just get everything smoothened out. And with that, right now I'm using a 1.5 guard, and I'm gonna go down. Now, when your barber cuts your hair, you wanna make sure, especially in the African Caribbean culture, you wanna make sure that he's going both up and down because our hair texture is very curly. And sometimes just to flatten it, you need to go in different angles. So that's what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm fading up and I'm going back down just to smoothen out the hair. And also I'm using the corners. Right now I'm going down just to smoothen it out. And I'm also moving the lever just a little bit, just to graze it and give it that polished look. Again, just going down. You can see that it's just starting to smoothing out, and everything's starting to sit into place. This is important too, because even if you're trying to cut your hair yourself, you're gonna still want to do the same concept. You're gonna want to go down just to smoothen it out. All right, now the last touch that we're gonna do is just the top right here, and I'm gonna use a 2.5 or 3 guard to go with the hair. I don't wanna take it down too much, I just wanna graze it a little bit. Depends again on the style you want. For Sam, he likes to have it a little dark and a little bit higher, so we're just gonna rock with that. Use a 2 guard and go forward. And a little helpful advice for all you guys trying to cut hair. If you notice, my pinky's on the back of this guard, because sometimes these guards do come off. So while you're trying to maintain your hair, it's important just to sometimes keep a finger on it so it doesn't fall off. You're not left with a patch. That's kind of the desired look we're going for. Just gonna touch it up a little bit more, almost there. Fade is complete. Let's take a look at it. And I'm gonna blend it after with the beard, and then we're gonna line it up. All right, so next up, we got the beard. Mostly when we're doing the beard, a lot of men like to keep the bottom long. What I like to do is let that hang, but the biggest thing is just the cheeks. Around the cheeks areas, it looks kind of as puffed out, it makes your face look wider. So for aesthetics, it's good just to touch the bottom just a little bit so that your chin is in a little bit. Makes your jaw look sharper and looks better. You can see from aesthetics point of view, the fade is here, dark, and around here is back to dark. So it's like a fade, gradually dark, and same thing on the back, the beard. All right, for the last part, we're gonna do a lineup. And this is the final touch, and we're gonna polish them up with this, and it's gonna get the edges straight and nice and sharp. And we're gonna use it with the beard in the front of his eye. Now when lining up, I like to start with the front because it gives me a good perspective on how the whole hairline is gonna look. Some people start with the corner and then it goes up too high. All right, we're almost there. Last step is the beard, and we're gonna make sure we're trying to make this flush. And I'm gonna tackle both sides here, give them a nice finish. Now that the haircut's complete, you don't wanna leave it there. You're gonna wanna use something like this. This is the coconut and hibiscus curling gel. And what this does is gonna define your hair, and it's also gonna give it that little shine and that glossy look. And we're gonna use that to give it that finished, polished look on Sam. You don't need too much, just a quarter about. Rub it in your hand like this. And when you apply it, you wanna apply it evenly, super smooth and like this. Get every area, let it sit for a second, then you wanna brush it in right after. All right, guys, so there you have it. This is the bald fade. This is the completed look. Sam is looking like an IG model, and he's ready to touch the road. It's good. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tyshan Knight. Be sure to follow me and my businesses on IG at Tyshan Knight _. Thank you.